There is a huge obsession with Jew hatred today. I don't know if you guys have noticed that, but I've made quite a few videos now on people that are hating on the Jewish people. It's quite profitable nowadays as well to bash on a Jew, to attack a Jewish person, to lie about a Jewish person, and run cover for the religion of Islam, run cover for Hamas, run cover for all these people, these terrorist organizations, and to continuously lie and smear and make Israelis look out to be like they're the bad person. So if one Jewish person does the wrong thing, which, by the way, it doesn't matter your religion, your creed, your ethnicity, whatever it is, you can do the wrong thing. But apparently, in today's day and age, if one Jewish person does a horrible, terrible thing, then all the Jews are apparently to blame as well. How nuts is that, right? Apparently, all Israel is to blame. They're all really bad. They're all PDF files. They're all protecting the PDF files and all that sort of other stuff. So let me get this straight. If one Jew does something that's so foul and so wrong, the whole Jews are to blame. That's like if a Catholic priest does something foul too, does something horrible as well, and people say, oh, all Catholics are bad. All Catholics are horrible and outrageous. You know what that is? That is a complete and utter disingenuous lie. Not all people are to blame. If you have got a bee in your bonnet against a Jewish person because of the fact that they are Jewish and because you think that they are from the devil, you're the problem. Not the Jewish person, but you're the problem because you're the one that is hating on a person for their religion or even their ethnicity. That is disgusting, if you ask me, without there any reason to be like hating on them. When it comes to the religion of Islam, on the other hand, I'm pointing out certain things that are problematic in that religion, like the Quran actually points out. And like we have a great deal of issues stemming from the religion of Islam. I've said many times it is a death cult. So I am pointing out the very things that the people that worship, the Muslims worship the Quran. They serve the Quran, Muhammad and Allah, who, by the way, I've said it many times and I'll keep saying it just so people know, Allah in the Quran's interpretation that tells people to lie and to deceive is Satan, the devil. That's who they're worshiping. And when you are meeting people that say they love death more than they love life, that is a problem to me. Counteract that with the Jews, with Christians, with Hindus, with Buddhists, you name it, they're all peaceful. All the problems in today's society when it comes down to terrorism stem from who? Stem from Islam as a religion. So yes, I have a problem with the religion. I don't have a problem with people. I have a problem with the religion. Now, if someone wants to, worship Islam, it's on them. And I will say it is wrong to worship Islam because of these reasons. It doesn't mean that I hate the person. It means that I'll call out the religion for what it really is. But people today love blaming Jews because it's easy to blame Jews. I don't blame Islam because it's easy to blame Islam. Believe it or not, it's actually quite hard. You know why? Because if you blame Islam for things that you should actually blame Islam for, you get labeled as an Islamophobe, you get labeled as all these terrible things, and they will more than likely go after you and give you death threats. It's insane. They don't want me to exist because I'm criticizing what they believe in. That should speak volumes. But the Israelis, they don't wish death upon anyone if you criticize them. That's the major difference. All Israelis are responsible for everything their government does. Then all Gazans are responsible for everything Hamas does, right? You can't preach collective guilt for Jews and collective innocence for those who elect armed and applauded terrorists. You can't. To a hammer, everything is a nail. To an anti-Semite, everything is an opportunity to hate Jews. Exactly. We are in a spiritual warfare at the moment. Satan hates the Jews since Jesus is Jewish. Like father, like son. Satan's kids also hate the Jews. So when you've got people that are hating on the Jewish people at the moment, you've got to imagine why. When you have the Australian government deciding, you know what, I'm going to give Hamas everything that they want. I'm going to say that the Palestinian state is it. And guess what? Hamas is just going to, take a back seat. Ridiculous. They didn't think there would be consequences. The Australian government, Anthony Albanese, the whole lot of them didn't think there would be consequences. But there are. When you want to reward terrorism, there are consequences to that. Trump has blasted and called out Anthony Albanese as one thing, and now Israel is responding. Israel has decided to revoke the visas of the Australian representatives to the Palestinian Authority. The Australian ambassador to Israel was just notified on the matter. This is from Gideon Saar. I also instructed the Israeli embassy in Canberra to carefully examine any official Australian visa application for entry to Israel. So that means it's going to be even harder for Australians to go to Israel. Because of Anthony Albanese's decision bowing down for the pro-Palestinian nutjob mob that yell and scream death to Israel. These are just some of the consequences. Mark my words, there's more than likely going to be more. This follows Australia's decision to recognise the Palestinian state, and against the backdrop of Australia's unjustified refusal to grant visas to a number of Israeli figures, including former Minister Ayelet Sakt and the chairman of the Knesset's Constitution, Law and Justice Committee, MK Shimka Rotman. While anti-Semitism is raging in Australia, including manifestations of violence against Jews and Jewish institutions, the Australian government is choosing to fuel it by false accusations as if the visit of Israeli figures will disrupt public order and harm Australia's Muslim population. It is shameful and unacceptable. Gideon, mate, if I could, I would give you a hug. That is spot on. Accurate to a T. Australia is going downhill, and I hate seeing what is becoming. Albanese and Penny Wong, the whole lot of them are against the Jews. They may say, anti-Semitism is right. We don't stand for it here in Australia. But then on the other hand, they end up siding with Muslims. They end up protecting and defending them. They create laws around them. It's nuts. And everyone's going, wise decision. This was the correct decision from Kosher. Thank you, Gideon. This disgusting anti-Semitism from the Albanese government deserves a strong response. Given the caliber of our government, you're really not missing much. No. And by the way, I like this. F Palestine. The Israeli politician who had his visa cancelled, Shimcha Rothman, spoke to me tonight about the hypocrisy where the Albanese government is taking no action against hate-filled protests, yet banned his entry to Australia. Rothman said his only message was to support the Jewish community in Australia as it confronts anti-Semitism. This tells you more about the Minister of Home Affairs than me or the state of Israel. I agree. If you're not going to let in an Israeli because you think that he stands for hate, but yet you allow people into this country from Gaza. By the way, the numbers of immigrants that are coming up, I think per week or per month, is 1,500 people. It's a lot, I'll have you know. And you wonder why we've got a housing crisis. You wonder why we've got all these crises going on. Because the Albanese's government is letting in all these people. Not on top of that, he wants to side with terrorism. People said to me not that long ago that, yes, Albanese is spineless and he doesn't know what he's really doing. He's just bowing to the dingbat mob. He is, but he is He knows what he's doing. It's quite clear as day. It's hate-filled, it's spiteful, and it's wrong. Think of the Jewish people in the community. How safe do they feel? Not very safe. It's unacceptable behavior. And I'm getting sick and tired of it. I'm sure many of you are too. Anyway, that's enough from me, but you guys take care, be blessed, and I'll see you all in the next video.